my own.
Yeah.
Or you ain't going nowhere. Well, here's a little raise. You know what I mean? Or I'm the only person I know, like, I went back to work. They're like, you got COVID and I heard you got a raise. Oh, I don't know how that happened. But you know what I mean? But
like, well, you worked hard. That's how it happened.
And the thing is, man, I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm the baddest. But I mean, you get me out there and work, I'm going to do some damage.
Well, I think you glossed over something real quick, and I noticed it, if you don't mind. I was, because you mentioned the rehab and you talked about getting out, and I can hear it in your voice, and I can hear it when you talk about stuff. What you do have is a work ethic. You actually are, even earlier when you were telling me that certain clients will tell you, hey, are you sure you can do this?
Yeah.
Like when you're putting together stuff and you're like, dude, watch how it comes out. And you show me some videos, it looks amazing. I think that's what it is. I think if I had to guess, I don't know, but it sounds like maybe in rehab you found the way that you were an addict about drugs and alcohol. You're like, I can be an addict about learning how to do these complicated things.
That's what I was going to get back to. So in the rehab, I had already I had been working for a landscaping company for Water Smart Landscaping with my buddy Joshy Barville, Alex Petermeyer, before I was getting in trouble. You know what I mean? I was working and getting in trouble, I should say.
but you had a history with it before. I had
the history. So when I got to the rehab, it's all farm out there. You know what I mean? So my first thing was like, how do I get on this work crew? You know?
Yeah.
And so I was out there, and the counselor would always tell me, he's like, Mathew, maybe this is something you could substitute out for the alcohol. Because I guess the way they broke it down to me, the alcohol, like I'm saying with my ADD and anxiety, that was mellowing me out. But I was abusing the shit. So I'm like, well, how would it mellow me? I just had so much anxiety. I think I learned how to use it out on the work field instead of drinking.
So you just replaced your addiction.
I replaced my addiction.
Yeah.
Exactly. You nailed it right there.
Well, I fully believe that because I can relate to it. And I also, in my job now, I work specifically with people in recovery from drugs and alcohol. And that's what it is. I'll get asked a lot, like, how do I get over this? And I'm like, you kind of have it in you to be this way. It's just, what is your thing?
Yes.
Can we replace what you're doing with something healthier? And it could be anything. It could be drugs. It could be maybe someone that's eating bad food, replace it with good food.
Yes.
It could be someone that's overweight, replace it with working out. Someone that's addicted to watching shows. Have you tried getting out in your community and playing a sport?
Yeah.
It's anything, right? You kind of replace it with something healthier.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Kind of like with me, you know what I mean? I just replaced it with working. It was called my coping skill.
Yeah.
Instead of going to a cookout or family gatherings and stuff, right? When I knew myself too well. I'm like, if I get around the liquor and shit, I'm gonna relapse. Yeah. So I would just substitute it. I would go work by myself. You know what I mean? Going and doing side jobs on Saturdays and Sundays. I mean, knocking out. And that after that, man, I mean, people just started talking. I know this guy that could come do your yard in a weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would go do it, dude. And people ask, like, what are you on? Life. A little bit of marijuana, I'm not going to lie, but I mean, this is what I'm doing, you know?
They call it
999, 1,000. Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys there. Just doing 1,000 curls, nothing crazy. You know what is crazy? You guys haven't subscribed yet. So let's get on it. Hit that subscribe button. 1,001.